Live from the Spill Studios located behind a liquor store off the I-35 interchange, it's time once again for a couple of cold ones with Corey and Carlisle.
Sorry, man. I'm sitting here trying to do something. We're doing something different this week.
Well, when you say different, it's...
I'm trying to work with a different mic here. I want to lean back with the computer on my lap right now, so...
what you want to do is you want to chill on your couch. You want to, putting your arms up on the couch
exactly.
like you got two teenage girls sitting there with you.
Get my gangster lean on, you know what I mean? So, yeah, man, I think we're coming through all right. I think the sound is coming through all right.
I guess we'll find out tomorrow.
I just want to make, let me see. I just want to make sure you're heard loud and clear. Go ahead. Let me say something.
Well, I'm here.
All right.
I'm doing fine.
Okay.
The question is whether they're going to hear you just fine.
No, they're going to hear me one way or another. You know, I got a big ass mouth. All right, man. I'm comfy.
You're comfy?
Yeah, that's right.
Can I get you a blanket, maybe a little pillow?
I like the way you were telling me. It's funny. Since you're making all this big bank, you need to go get some
you're
good
like, oh, I'm doing well. I'm comfortable. I'm
when
like,
did I say this?
If you're doing well, maybe it's time to invest in a little furniture. Where did it stop?
I don't know. Wait a minute.
Stan, we call this the Spill Studios. We're sitting in your living room. There's no carpet. There's nothing on the walls right now. You have one old leather couch. You've got a busted-ass glass ghetto-fied coffee table between us on which the board is sitting. And I'm sitting in the one creaky chair. I have more than this old 20-year-old leather couch you're sitting on, this busted-ass ghetto-fied coffee table that you've got the board sitting on. I'm sitting on the last rickety chair you've got left in this joint. Behind me is a couch that would make the Rat Pack proud.
Exactly.
I swear to God, I could see the marks from where Miss November 1963 posed on it.
I like her smell.
Yeah, clearly.
I sniff that couch every day.
This place, this is so... unbelievably bachelor that I cannot even explain it.
Man,
and
you know what, though?
And all I said was that maybe it's about time you went out and got some furniture that you take a mic stand with you and you test out some furniture and say, hey, this is the type of stuff that would not only be good looking in an apartment, but it's also functional because I can be comfortable while I record, which is my job.
Yeah, no, I told you, I'm going to go over to IKEA.
Okay,
I'm going to get some stuff.
Go to a real furniture store. You realize IKEA, you have to put that together yourself, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to get a pickup truck, and on my way back, I'm going to pick up some Mexicans on the corner and have them put it together for me.
Okay. Well, if you're going to do that, Home Depot in the morning. That's where it's at.
Oh, really? You've done this?
Well, I haven't done it. I just know where to get them.
All right, now we know why your lawn stays so nice.
When you live in the Southwest, you know where to get Mexicans.
All right. I will. Okay, floor is gonna be nice next week. And after that, I'm gonna get some nice furniture. It's gonna be be nice, and you guys are gonna be comfortable.
Yeah, no, and that's and I don't even need to be comfortable, but functional furniture. I'm sitting in the one chair you've got, my man. I mean, it's like where's the table and its other three brothers? Man,
I lost everything in the divorce, so I'm trying to do everything I can.
The divorce?
Yeah. When I divorced my last roommate when he left, so I'll have a lot of stuff left over there, like that.
Wow, Prop 8 really is going to screw you, isn't it?
Exactly. So you see why I'm so angry about that.
Yeah,
it left me with a bunch of junk. I'm in here looking like Sanford and Son. You see that bongo over there? Mm-hmm. That's from the last guy that lived here. Was a huge pothead. I mean, he just took off and ran. I think
he took the table, but not the bongo.
Exactly. So
king of the bongo.
I swear, I came in here one morning, man. I shouldn't say this. I was living with a really cool ass guy, but I came in one morning. There were illegal drugs being passed around on a plate, and there were like about 20 people sitting in this room. And that bongo was going around from person to person, not for just playing bongos either. They were doing all kind of things off of that bongo. So I kind of like to keep it to sniff.
Excuse me, sir. I'm going to go lick the bongo and see if I can get a contact.
Do not do that unless you want to run down I-35 naked after that, because it'll fuck with your mind.
Have you licked the bongo?
No, like I said, I've just sniffed it along with Mrs. 1969. It ain't a good combination.
November 1963.
Damn, a vintage piece of ass that was.
Vintage piece of ass, no less.
So let's go ahead and get into
The top five, brought to you by Spill.
Sorry, if I look like I'm concentrating, I'm making sure I don't move too much because I don't know about this mic I have on. This week we switched mics. Now, for those of you who don't know anything about technical stuff like audio, like I don't know that much either.
Yeah, like he doesn't know. I love how you buy these boards and then you just throw out the directions because you try to look at the instructions, and you can't understand them. So you're like, fuck it, I'm just going to fuck around with it until something works.
That's the way, man. That's my method.
Yeah, it's your method, which is why every week you fuck with the board for like 15 minutes until you get something.
I'm a perfectionist. That's why. It's not because I don't know what I'm doing. I just want it to be exactly right. So let's see. We have the top five up right now, and let's go ahead and start. Tell you what we should do. We should just go ahead and start with number 5.
Number 5.
Damn, but that is a big ass. Is that the big gulp?
No, this is the extreme gulp. This is the big 52-ounce thing that you can get from 7-Eleven.
Donkey Kong should be throwing those things at people. That's a fucking barrel, man. What are they doing? 7-Eleven is just getting bigger and bigger. This is ridiculous.
We are getting fatter and fatter as a nation. Now, I bought this like months ago. It was one of those things where I was at an all-day event. It was right next door to a 7-Eleven thing, and I'm like, look, I'm not going to run back and forth buying drinks, so I'm just going to buy the biggest thing they've got and fill it with ice and coffee and just drink coffee all day. And so you, being somebody who has fuck and all in the refrigerator.
I don't drink coffee.
No, not just you don't have coffee. You don't have water.
You can get water out the tap. What kind of what kind of pampered person are you that you got to have water from the refrigerator?
I was just saying you don't even have you've got nothing in the fridge. I
got beer in there right now.
This is you actually have. Normally when we're here, you've got like one beer and it's like the leftover Monkey God beer from like 6 months ago that we had.
Now, granted, it's the beer that Leon left here like 2 weeks ago,
yeah,
but there's beer in there.
But no, so usually there's nothing to drink. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to fill up my gulp with coffee and ice and have some nice iced coffee and sip while I'm doing a couple of cold ones. But no, we gotta talk about the Donkey Kong barrel.
See, that's what I'm saying. I love the way they say gulp. That is a gulp if you are Godzilla drinking out of there. You can go over Niagara Falls in that thing. That is huge. That is ridiculously big.
Kevin Smith gulp.
Nobody and people drink Cokes from that shit. No wonder we are so obese as a nation. No wonder we're a fat ass nation. Look, can you believe people drink sodas out of that shit and they go get a refill?
Yeah,
that's insane.
No! In fact, you get the cheap refill with this, which is nice.
Oh my God, you're gonna kill yourself, man. I'm worried.
Well, don't worry about me. I just poured coffee and ice into it. This is just half a pot of coffee that I'm sipping at.
You have a brewery in there, man. I'm worried about you. You're about to explode. All right, let's go into this top 5 before you blow up in front of me. Number 5 is The Changeling. Still up in there,
No,
man.
it is not The Changeling.
I'm sorry, Changeling. I'm so sorry. I keep doing
Changeling.
Changeling.
One is a classic horror film starring George C. Scott, and one is a piece of shit.
Oh, come on. That wasn't a piece of shit.
That was a piece of shit.
I agree with you. It wasn't that great. It wasn't a piece of shit, though.
It was a piece of shit.
It was all right.
It was
all right. Let's see.
It was, for love of God, I swear to God, Malkovich's hair piece was talking to me.
That was crazy. Now, that was weird in that movie. We know he's bald, you know. I mean, why do you have to put a weird...
It wasn't just that it was a hairpiece. It was the hairpiece he had. It was like, did that come from the William Shatner collection? That thing didn't look real at all.
Yeah, William Shatner's in his closet right now. Like, one of his styrofoam heads is missing a hairpiece.
Shatner was like, that's not real.
That is the lunch lady hairnet hairpiece he had on. You can see the seams in that shit. Yeah, now that was bad in there. But the movie so far has grossed $27.6 million.
And it only cost $500 billion.
$55 million to make. So, yeah, they got to climb. DVD is where it's at, though. Made $4.2 million this weekend. So, not doing great business. No. But it's not doing terrible business.
Which
it's just
brings us to number 4.
Thought you were Changeling right then. Okay, number 4 is High School Musical 3 Senior Year. Man, that movie's doing some crazy business. $84.4 million so far.
And it only cost $12.50 to make.
Yeah, shit, I'm looking at it right here. It cost
a blowjob for Zac Efron.
Come leave that boy alone, man. I think
it was from Justin Timberlake. I think that's why I did it. I don't know.
Oh shit! You know what? Let me cut my Skype off. Somebody's actually trying to call me right now. I hope that's not coming over the mic. I didn't know I had Skype on. Like a little telephone started ringing. A guy named John trying to call me. No, High School Musical 3 cost $11 million to make, and it's made $84 million right now. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Brought in like $5.9 million this weekend. It's goddamn. People love this High School Musical 3
keep
shit.
saying it.
That shit is a TV movie, man.
I know.
And I didn't even hate the movie. I saw it and I was like, damn, I can't wait till like what do you call it, High School Musical, the senior, the fucking old people get together comes along. Class reunion.
How many times are we going to make this joke, Corey?
Did we make that joke before?
We've made this joke.
But it gets better every time.
It does not get better. It wasn't even good the first time.
And especially when I can't even like get it right. I can't wait till High School Musical. Hibbity, bibbity.
Bop.
Yeah, but anyway, so and you know what's so crazy about this? The movie's gonna make another fucking $100 million on DVD. So they got a cow shitting out gold right now.
Yeah, it's Disney.
With this movie
what
right
are
here.
you gonna do?
I know. Well, I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna go on to number 3.
Number 3.
Talking about movies that have done well. Role Models. Doing pretty decent business.
You know, really, again, I'm happy to see this did well. I always like it when a good movie does well. And this is, if you still haven't seen Role Models, dude, it's fucking funny.
It is funny, man.
And it's not just funny, it's fucking funny. It's just
God,
one of those
that's not
movies,
just fun, but it's fucking funny.
It's fucking funny. It's one of those movies just like, yeah, it was pretty fucking funny.
If you like fucking, this movie is the equivalent of laughter to fucking, is what you're trying to say. I guess not.
No,
okay, so the movie, it cost $28 million to make. It has so far made $38 million, man.
Right.
Brought in $11 million this weekend, 11.7. So doing pretty good business there. That
Doing
movie's
well.
doing all right. Good
Yep.
for Paul Rudd and Sean William Scott. Sean William Scott needed this hit, man. So I'm happy for him. All right, let's see now. The movie's not going to like change people's opinions about black people. I got that little black boy just cussing up a storm
You
in
just
there.
love talking about that little black boy.
That little black boy,
There's
he's scary.
He's
People see. I've heard people say since Obama has been elected, black people gonna get more aggressive, and they got this little boy in this movie who looks like he's 10 years old talking about motherfuck this and fuck you, Miss Daisy, and they go like, see, look at that, it started already. They're making movies about it. So why are you looking at me like that? I'll speak the truth. Why are you shaking your head at me?
I don't know. I don't even think that resembled truth. I don't know what that resembled, but truth was not the word that was coming to mind.
More like warped reality.
But you know what it reminds me of?
Number 2.
Number 2.
Madagascar, Escape to Africa. I told you this movie was going to be around, man.
I didn't doubt that.
Last week you told me that movie's going to go away. Next week it's going to be number 4. It's going to be
No, I didn't say, no, that's not what I said. I said I can't wait for it to go away.
Okay, that's it. Okay, that's going to take some time.
What I said, if I remember correctly, was it's going to come and it's going to go. I wasn't speaking about how quickly it's going to go. But once it's out of the top 5, it's not going to leave a dent. It's not going to leave a mark on the culture. It's just it's cotton candy entertainment. It's going to come and it's going to go. It's not going to be anything anyone's talking about a month from now.
I don't know.
That's what I was saying.
I don't know. This movie 2 weeks has been. It has been out 2 weeks. And it has already made. I'm baffled by the numbers here. I can't talk.
Welcome to November, my friend.
2 weeks, and the movie has already made $118 million.
Welcome to November.
And it brought in $36 million the second weekend. This movie's doing. We are going to see a Madagascar 3, and I hope with.
Oh, I doubt it.
I hope with 20% more penguins in it.
I mean, we might see it, but
they got Ice Age 3 coming out. I mean, they
do, but that's Fox. Fox will milk a dry tit for.
So will DreamWorks. Shrek 3. I mean, this movie is making money, man. We will see. You mark my words. Look at me now. I tell you here. I'm
not saying we won't. I'm just not sure we will. I don't know. I mean, sometimes DreamWorks knows when to say when. You know, they tend to be a mark of quality.
Now, when shit makes money, Spielberg's gonna get his. You watch and see what I tell you. Katzenberg said, "Fuck it, fuck this shit." Carlisle can say what he wants to. We're gonna make Madagascar 3. They're gonna do it just to spite you.
He would.
Just to make you mad. Just to have you go see another one. So that brings us to number 1.
Yeah, this was a real surprise. I don't think anyone saw this coming.
No, Soul Man came out from number 8 last week and just propelled to number 1. I don't know what happened.
It's like, what, you know.
It's our review. We made people want to go see that movie.
People wanted to see Soul Men, and then this white British guy showed up and said, "You know what? I'm going to kick the shit out of you guys, and I'm going to take number one with $70.4 million."
Damn! Look. It was funny because last week we had that review where everybody got into a scuffle about the movie, but we all liked it.
You say everybody. It was fucking Leon and Cyrus. You and I were just kind of egging them on.
Because I liked the movie, man.
We all liked the movie, but it was just differing levels of like me and Leon really dug the hell out of the movie. You guys just kind of dug the hell out of the movie.
Yeah.
And those two motherfuckers had to practically whip their dicks out and measure it over it.
And slap each other with it.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy that this movie made this much money, man. I love James Bond. And I'm with you. Like you and I, you said we disagreed on varying levels of how much we liked it.
Yeah,
we did not whip. We didn't whip our dicks out.
No. We were just like, you know what? It is. You know, you either like it or you don't. But it was still a damn fine movie.
But you said something in that review that I agreed with totally. You said I love the direction that this franchise is taking, and I couldn't agree with you more. I even though this movie to me wasn't as good as Casino Royale, I thought, hey, it still has enough elements in there to keep going.
And it's got that promise that if you didn't like the way they did this one, maybe you'll like it next time when they hand it to a different director.
Yeah, no, I love this Bond series now.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely fantastic. What they're doing is
70 million. There's some goddamn Bond fans out there,
hold
man.
on. Here's the thing: is it set a record? It's the most ever for an opening weekend for a Bond film.
It is.
Yeah, no, it's a big deal, especially with all the negative reviews that came out of early on. A lot of people on crack who said, "Oh, this movie, it's not even remotely as good as the last one. It's crappy." You know, the earlier reviewers, what the fuck were they on? That movie kicked some ass.
Well, I am part of that camp that says I did not like it as much as Casino Royale, but crap?
No. But you aren't part of that camp because that camp was really down on the movie. You know, the early reviews at best were kind of lukewarm. They were just kind of like, eh. And we saw it, and we walked out that day, and we were all just like, holy shit, that was cool. Like you guys, I mean, later when we sat down and talked, we found that we had differences in how much we liked it. But still, you guys liked it a hell of a lot better than the early reviewers did.
I just can't see anybody saying that this is crap. It has something in there. I mean, if nothing else, it's fun. I think, like I said, I don't want to see them get to the point where it's just nonsense. And because in this, there was some nonsense in there to me. Like I said, building that hotel out in the middle of the desert, I didn't like that.
But come on, that's Bond. Bond has always been about nonsense. There's always been nonsense in Bond. For fuck's sake, one of the early villains turns people into gold. I mean, there's never been a full logical consistency.
Well, that's why I was having faith in the direction they were taking this. I didn't want. I think it's always going to be crazy, but I don't want to see them. Look, right here, I didn't really like that, but it was passable. I don't want to see them get back to that level where a guy's in a volcano with a lair and they are turning people into gold. You know, even though Goldfinger's a badass movie.
The thing is the exploding hotel made sense. It actually works when you look at what they were doing.
How does that make sense to you?
What it was the entire hotel was run on solar power.
Yeah.
And they were using special batteries to do it. Now, the thing is, it wasn't built properly. When you blow it up, which isn't the initial plan, apparently they are unstable and start blowing up all over the place.
That's a major fucking flaw in architecture. I do not want to be in a room that's...
We haven't seen dumbass shit like that in the past.
I mean, yeah, the Titanic and then this hotel and Quantum of Solace. I'm not going to stay in a room that's a potential time bomb if the sun like charges up too much. But hey, look, that's a minor flaw, okay?
It wasn't that the sun charged it up too much. They set off an explosion, which triggered a number of other explosions. We have a lot of things. There's shit in this room that would go up like just like a fucking Roman candle if you got anything resembling an open flame near it. That doesn't mean it's truly a design flaw.
Yes.
You just don't light a match in Corey's apartment.
If I bought a suicide bomber in here, yes, it would go off.
No, I mean, if Bond tried to save somebody in this apartment and somebody blew something up, dude, nothing would survive. I mean, this shit would blow up and the cheap ass, neighbors next door, the cat shit would light on fire and dear God, everything would This thing would just be a wasteland, and then there'd be some critic over in Britain going, "That makes no sense. Who would create a rat trap apartment like that?"
Well, that's my cover because I'm not telling you guys that I am actually a super villain, but we'll let that slide right now. Just small details. Anyway, I'm so happy that this movie did as well as it did. I mean, I can't wait to see what they will do with the next film. And who is going to see these movies? I mean, at $70 million, is it just men going to see this? Or are women going to see this because they love Daniel Craig and they love Bond?
And don't forget, kids are going to see this. These are PG-13 movies.
Yeah.
And it's an action film, of teenagers, kids. I mean, I grew up loving Bond. Why wouldn't kids, that age nowadays grow up loving Bond? They're
funny.
good movies.
Sorry,
Everybody's going, but see, what we're seeing right now, is directly resultant of what I was talking about a few weeks ago. This is a result of the downturn in the economy.
In what manner of speaking?
Well, whenever you have harsh economic times, whenever we're depressed as a nation, whenever we're down in the dumps and things are bad, people turn to entertainment. They want to pick
I thought you were going to say people turn to Bond.
No, they turn to entertainment. What they want is they want something that they know they're going to walk away from happy. It's why Madagascar 2 has done well. It's why it's why Bond has done well. It's why Changeling hasn't done anything remotely close to what the films like this have done, because people want light, fluffy entertainment that they know they're going to walk away happy from.
And that's why we will have a Madagascar 3. You see?
It's also why why you're seeing a lot of comedies doing very well and staying for a couple of weeks in the top in the top 5.
No, I agree with that. I figured that people want to get away. They want to escape.
They want escapism right now, and it doesn't get any more escapist than Bond films.
And
Bond
people
films
just
are
love
renowned
Bond.
for that.
Yeah, I mean, Bond is an icon. People love Bond. I mean, people want a new James Bond. This is the smartest thing they could have done, is take this direction.
Every woman wants to be with Bond, and every guy wants to be Bond. It is ultimate escapism.
Let me tell you how conservative I was as a kid. I had such these high morals as a kid. I did not like Bond because I said, he kills people and treats women badly. And now I kill people and treat women badly.
Well, you don't kill people, but you treat women like shit.
Well, I tried to. I slapped them on the neck. I haven't got it right down. I just hit people and they turn around and beat me up.
You don't kill people. You're just an asshole to them.
I just start fights with people. That's all. I'm working towards it, man. But yeah, I really love James Bond, man. I can't wait to see what they do next. So, that being said,
I just looked up on your shelf, and you've moved things around. You have an animated Kid and Play video? What the fuck is that all about?
And I display that proudly.
Clearly, you've displayed it proudly for all of a week, apparently, because I've never seen that shit before. I've been recording in this room for like 2 years now. And Jesus Christ.
Well, let me explain that.
Please do.
Okay, kids. I don't know if you remember Kid and Play, but Kid and Play were...
Kids don't remember Kid and Play.
Okay, let me explain to you exactly. I'm leading up to that point. Kid and Play, they were a very, very famous rap duo back in the 80s and probably early 90s. House Party. Go watch House Party. House Party is actually a really fun movie, man. House Party 2 is...
House Party 2, the Pajama Jammy
Jam. Yeah, but how
did
you
forget the Pajama Jammy Jam?
Did you like House Party?
No.
Yeah, I love House Party, man. House Party is funny, man. Come on, House Party is great. What did you not like about House Party? As you used to tell me, you have no soul. Come on,
dude. I didn't like it. I haven't watched it in 20 years.